Ex-wife Pilar Sanders gives side-eye as Coach Prime joins Shilo Sanders' career-defining celebration. The Sanders family's last few days have been quite unexpected and full of ups and downs. No one had expected Shedeur to fall to the 5th round of the 2020-25 draft, and his brother Shilo won't even get drafted in the 7th round. This was too much to chew for the Sanders family, especially the Buffs' head coach, Deion Sanders. Now, it looks like the Sanders siblings have found the actual reason for their falling draft stock, and they might even be making amends after that. Beware. Sean Payton's message to NFL teams. Passing on Shedeur Sanders. Well, even after Shedeur Sanders got drafted, the speculations about Deion Sanders' involvement weren't dying down. From the start of the 2025 offseason, the siblings' father has been at the forefront of running a PR campaign, giving interviews to increase hype, and even meeting with GMs to get a feel for their intentions. Even after Shedeur Sanders got drafted to the Cleveland Browns at the 144th pick, the speculation of Deion Sanders' involvement didn't die down. Many prominent X-accounts pointed to a monotonous Browns camp, that drafting Shedeur was an ownership decision and not of head coach Kevin Stefanski or GM Andrew Berry, who looked visibly unmoved. Now, in the case of Shilo, the fortunes were even lower than he would have thought, as no team seemed interested in the safety, even though he looks like a decent backup player. Instead of relying on his father again, Shilo decided to make a crucial decision. The former Buffs safety has finally landed in Tampa Bay's camp as they signed the player as an undrafted free agent. The 25-year-old's move happened when he decided to opt for a prominent agent, Drew Rosenhaus. And poof, Shilo was finally signed. The safety even joked about his dad in a video posted by the Football Forever IG account. Dad was our agent, but that hasn't been working out too good. So today, I had to sign with an agent. While everyone laughed at Shilo's quite hilarious and maybe awfully real take. Shilo's mother, Pilar Sanders, might have read between the lines, as she wasn't seen laughing at the joke and even gave a side-eye to maybe register her agreement with Shilo's joke. It won't be a stretch either, considering both Pilar and Deion, the Buffs head coach, have quite a turbulent history, and the disagreements go way back. Deion Sanders married Pilar in 1999 in a high-profile wedding ceremony. Both Pilar and Deion were media names at the time, with Deion being the NFL legend and Pilar being a model and an actress. The marriage initially blossomed, and they had 3 children, Shedeur, Shilo, and Shalomi. Their family life was even in the high media spotlight as they featured in Deion and Pilar's primetime love in 2008. Things looked smooth then, but the turbulence was just coming. In 2011, Deion filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The case turned ugly when an incident of assault came to light, in which it was reported that Pilar attacked Deion in front of his sons. Pilar also had her side story as she narrated that Deion started it all by choking her. The divorce turned into a full-blown media scandal. Custody battles were fought, and jail time was given. Pilar spent 7 days in 2014. Even defamation cases were filed, which Deion won in 2015. Even recently, the strife seems not ended fully, even though it has dialed down a lot. Just last year, Shalomi was transferred from CU to Alabama A&M. He even publicly called out his daughter in doing so, which was then fueled by Pilar's accusations against Deion as to how Shalomi didn't get a fair chance in the recruitment process. Shilo's selfless acts win hearts on the internet. Amidst the media hype and speculation that surrounded Shedeur Sanders, his brother Shilo's name and draft prospects sometimes weren't highlighted at all. The safety didn't even get an NFL Combine invite and later seemingly failed to perform at Coach Prime's standards. For context, Deion Sanders had challenged the player to run a 4.4 for the 40-yard dash, but the safety could only clock 4.52 seconds on his pro day. This might have led to a drop in his stock. However, he still kept at Shedeur's side selflessly. Shedeur waited for almost 5 rounds for his name to be called. But it came eventually as the Browns drafted the QB, having already drafted Oregon's Dillon Gabriel earlier. So, just as the news became public and the announcement reached Shedeur's family, who were following the news together, celebrations poured in. But amongst all the people, Shilo probably was the one who seemed out of the world as he danced in joy for his younger brother. The dance went viral in a moment, with Shilo praised for his selflessness and generosity. This was a true representation of the Sanders family, and especially Shilo, who, despite his own struggle, kept supporting his family all the time.